So what's your name, brother?
My name is Sheikh.
Sheikh.
That's my street name, Sheikh. Sheikh grew up, but I got Tourette's. I've had Tourette's since I was 6 years old, yeah.
Got you.
Everybody know who I am, yeah.
And how long you been out here?
I'm not out here. I'm one of them addicts. I got my own place.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't have a job. I get disability.
Okay.
But I hustle, you know. I do what I got to do to get by. The check don't do nothing but pay the rent and the bills. Yeah. And you might got a couple of scraps left over to get well. Yeah. But other than that, you know, I'm out here every day.
And
you know.
How old are you?
53.
53.
Yes, sir.
All right. And how long do you live in Philly?
I've lived in Philly for over 25 years, but I was born and raised in the Lower East Side, New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said that you watch the channel sometimes?
All the time. Yeah. Yeah. I used to see out here all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Giving haircuts, giving back to the community. And you remind me a lot of when I was sober out here. And I used to do so much to help a lot of people, you know? Yeah. And if you would allow me to give you a little piece of advice. Yeah, absolutely. You cannot, in helping everybody all the time, all the time, you're gonna wind up and not even knowing it, neglecting yourself. Yeah, I know. It's hard for me to find the balance. You have to find that balance. Yeah, it's hard. It's critical for you, not only for yourself, for your family. Yep. Because your family will start feeling like, man, all he does is come out here with these folks, and you know, what about us? Yeah. You know, so it's important. Maybe you put a day or two strictly for family. No YouTube, no phone calls. You know, let them know that I'm doing this for y'all. I love y'all. Yeah, exactly. And that's something that I've been I've been doing a little bit, but I need to do more of. You know what I mean? Like Saturday, me and my family, we said, all right, this is it. No work, no nothing. You know, just family time. Thing, yeah. You know, so yeah, it's. Yes, sir. I thank you for that piece of advice, because that's something I know myself. Yeah, exactly. It's critical. And for me, I have a hard time finding balance. Right. I think a lot of addicts do. A lot of addicts. You know, we have a hard time. We love the chaos. Yeah, and we love doing 97 things at one time and not. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know how it is, man. Exactly. Yeah. So, how long was you sober for? I was sober for 10 years, my first time, and then my second time I was sober for 4 years. What made you pick up after the 10 years of being sober? I actually was living up in the mountains. I had a beautiful family. I was married to basically, she was a millionaire. Her family had millions. They had a 400-acre producing farm. Wow. And I went from 1,000 miles an hour from New York, Philly, to like dead stop. I was in the country. Yeah. You know what I mean? Did you like it out there in the country? It took me like 2 years to acclimate, to get, you know, okay, you don't come up here and you don't hang on the corner. What you do is you ride four-wheelers. Yeah. You ride snowmobiles. You work. Yeah, it's a whole different pace. It's a whole different pace, right? That's where I live at, is quiet like that. It's not in the country, but it's quiet. Yeah, I was in the country. Like my next door neighbor was 13 miles on the road. Yeah, see, you know what I mean? That's what I like, though. I wouldn't mind that. I liked it. For 10 years, I was with my girl, you know. And what made you pick back up? Well, what happened was we left each other because she was more of a money. Everything to her was about money and making money and hoarding money and buying. But where me, money don't make me or break me. I've had money and I've not had money. Yeah. It doesn't mean shit to me. Yeah. I mean, you have to have it. I understand. Yeah, it's nice to have, but I know what you mean. But it's not. It's not it can cause more troubles than not. Absolutely. You know and that's something that, listen, in my younger days being in the streets hustling, I've had a lot of money. So me now, money doesn't impress me. Right, it's nice to have because you can do stuff with your family and have financial freedom, but it doesn't really impress me. It doesn't impress me, right. You know. And like you said, that shit leads to more problems than anything. Yes, and false friends and my God, right? You get people out the woodworks. Oh my God, they come out of everywhere. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? I miss you, dog. Can I get $4? Yeah, of course. Yeah. And what? So you picked back up after you guys split up, right? Right. Well, not long after. It was a little bit. I came back to Philly because what happened was I was up there with her in the mountains, and I had no family. It was all her family, her people. Okay, got you. And they were all, you know, white people. Yeah. So, and I was lonely. I was lonely for my rice and beans. I needed my, a lot of people won't understand that, but when you
grow up in a certain culture,
Right.
you miss that. Like anybody.
And my
would.
family, we're like this.
Yeah.
Like I have like 400 people in my family,
Yeah.
the cousins and the uncles and everything, and we're all like this, you know. And I miss that. So I stood up there after we left each other. I stood up there for like about 4, maybe 5 weeks, and then I said, you know what, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I can't stay. And I had a son with her. I got a beautiful son.
How old?
He's 32 now.
Okay.
His name is Tristan. He's a great kid. Never been in trouble.
Nice.
And yeah, he's a great kid, man. I love him to death.
So
you know?
How long after coming back to Kensington or Philly did you relapse?
I gotta say, I came back to Philly, and then what I did was I left again. I went and I did almost a year trying to travel around the whole country. I'm trying to make a big circle, like the United States-Canadian border.
Yeah,
and then come down Pacific Palisades, and then do the U.S.-Mexican border. But I made it up to Wisconsin. I had a brand new Mazda RX-7 convertible that I bought, and I got caught speeding and just it derailed from there. So then I just came back home. Yeah. And then after that, they all started going down here. I started dipping and dabbing, started getting with the girl, because I've always had, you know, the ability to make some bucks. My family had the ability to make some bucks. I always had good connects in the street. My name was always good. So I had access, you know, and I had to dress nice, and I was sick for a long time because I never thought I was an addict. Yeah. You know, you go to the bar, you do your little 16th, and you wake up the next day and you cool.
Yeah, and keep it moving.
And you had the jewelry, you had the fresh shit, you have the car, and you don't consider yourself an addict. I'll never be like that guy. I'll never be like that guy. Look at me and look at him. Yeah.
I used to struggle with that a lot. And it's when I used to get high at first, because I had a lot of money. You know what I mean? But I was fucked up, and I was doing the same thing. I just had money. I just didn't have to steal from my drugs or lie from, you know, because I had money and I was in the streets. But in reality, we're no different than. No different. You know, it's all the same. Different. We just support our habits. I never differentiate. I don't care if you got a weed habit, benzo, coke. I don't care. It's the same. Yeah. An addict is an addict. Yeah. You know, you can't stop. Yeah. How was your childhood growing up?
My childhood was rough. I live in the ghetto, man. I don't know if you know New York. Like, I lived in Pitt Street. Yeah. The Mighty D was the biggest drug point. It was like before this, it was the Mighty D. Yeah. You can get anything there. I don't care what it was. And I was always around the drugs, murder, mayhem, always since I was a little boy. So it's kind of almost, it's weird to say, like, that's where my comfort zone is. Yeah, that's like, the way I'm most comfortable in the trenches. I feel comfortable. I feel out of place somewhere where people would think it's safe. I feel out of place. Yeah, I feel most comfortable right here in the trenches. My mom says, I don't know why you like to be down there. I said, you know why, Mom? Because I'm around my peers. Yeah, exactly. These are people that understand me. They know what I go through. They show me love. Yeah. Like, I know all these people, you know? It's different. People don't understand. Nah, it's a hard feeling for other people to understand. And I was stuck down here for a long time. I was stuck down here back from, I'm gonna tell you, from 88 to 95. I caught a case, then got locked up in 97. Then I did 10 years from 97 to 2007. What you caught a case for? For burglary, possession with intent to deliver, armed robbery. And they gave me a 5 to 10. Where you was at, in Pennsylvania? I was in, Pennsylvania. I did 6 years in retreat and 4 years in at the Mohawk at Camp Hill. Okay, I was over there. Yeah, I was in both places. Right. And I was in Greatesford too. Okay. Spell's my brother-in-law. I don't know if you know Spell. Yeah, I don't know him. I've heard of him. Yeah. Okay. So I've done the heavy time and everything, you know. Came back when I was in there. I dedicated my life to learning about the law, learning about how it really works, learning about the UCC, learning about how to reclaim my my redemption process. Like, I'm a master at that. That's what I do. Okay. You know what I mean? So, and then I came home at that particular time, and a month before I maxed out, my brother was murdered. Oh wow! Devastated me. Devastated me. My brother was like this, man. Was he in the streets also? Yeah, but he wasn't he was a high level. Yeah, gotcha. You know, he sold he never saw nothing around here. Even though he did, but you would never see him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Street level.
He wasn't one of them cats that you normally use. You would look at my brother and be like, he's a dork. What the hell is he? You know what I mean? You wouldn't even know.
Did they ever catch the people that?
No.
So it's.
And he had a jewelry store, and he used to run Kang's Jewelry right here on front and York, and then he opened up his own jewelry store in Jewelers Row downtown. But he always had a hustle. That was his hustle. Work first, dealing second. You know what I mean?
Was it a robbery or something? Or
it was actually he was getting his product from somebody, and they were big time. They were making plenty of money.
Yeah,
they did some dumb stuff at the guy's little girl's birthday party. He mistook somebody trying to do something to his little girl, and he shot the dude like 7 times in front of the party. Everything. So they locked him up. Now he's calling my brother for the bail money, and my brother was like, "What are you talking about? You know, you got that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna give you my joint." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For that. So then what he did was he called the brothers from Puerto Rico to come down to continue to give him the product.
Yeah.
You know? So we thought everything was cool. He thought. And what happened was, you know, he did something to whatever he was mixing that day. I think it was dope or coke, and they laced it with something, and it was too much. And you know, he sniffed it. And plus, my brother did get high. His thing was pills and benzos.
Okay.
So they found an extreme amount of Percocet and benzos in the system, more than it ever should have been.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And then they robbed the house that he was in. They took the deed, took the house, took over 250 grand in cash, took all the jewelry, and left them buck naked on the floor. And then 2 days later, on my mom's birthday, they called my mom and said, "Your son is dead on the floor," and hung up. And that morning, I called my mom, you know, like I do every year, to wish her happy birthday. And my aunt answered the phone at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, and right there, it was like a bell.
Yeah, something
like,
was
why
wrong.
are you at my
phone.
mom's house at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
You know? And when she told me, I fell to the ground. I broke down.
And you was in the penitentiary at that time?
I was 2 months away from action out.
Wow.
It was devastating. Yeah.
Dang. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and then
that's hard dealing with a loss.
Yeah, and then you feel hopeless and helpless when you're locked up in there like that.
Yeah.
And
you can't even do nothing. You can't console nobody. You can't go to the funeral. None of that.
I did. Well, they could.
But 9 times out of 10, people don't go. Yeah.
Boxed up, cased up. Don't get too close.
With the sheriff right there. Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
But when I got home, my whole intention was murder mayhem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get these motherfuckers and I'm gonna bang every single one of them that had anything to do with this. You know, because my brother was a good dude. He was one of them dudes that gave to all his friends.
Yeah.
He would pay his people's bills. Like if you was hurting, he would help you. He was just like when they had his memorial service, like everybody that went said the same thing. Like your brother always looked out, man. He was the best. You know what I mean?
And it's a shame, but a lot of times that's the people that it happens to. You know, it happens to good people. Of course, there's pieces of shit that get killed too, but a lot of times it's the good dudes.
Right.
Because we tend to overextend ourselves. You know.
Yeah. So I've had Tourette since I was 6 years old, and one of my.
How was it growing up dealing with that?
Oh, it was
you
horrible.
Got picked on a lot. Kids are mean.
I had a vicious fight game, though. I learned how to fight early on, and I could fight I don't look like much, you know what I mean? But my brawl game is crazy.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't mind using the guns or whatever I got to do, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's not nothing to be proud of, but that's just what I had to do for me to survive, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And growing up in New York City, man, it was a fight every day. And then I used to have like the vocals, it's called the copulalia, the cursing part. So when my parents divorced, we moved to 13th and Kamak, right up here. And it's all, you know, black people, and I'm the only Puerto Rican.
Oh, shit.
And my word of choice
was nigger. Get the fuck out of here.
And I used to be like, nigger, bitch, fuck nigger. And they used to, man, I used to get rolled on and beat, and I used to fight back, and I started carrying this big bayonet. I took a bayonet from my uncle's Vietnam rifle, and I started just, I ain't gonna whip on me no more. So
do they know where that comes from, Tourette's?
It's actually, it's like, you know how when you get high, dopamine releases?
Yeah.
And that's what your pleasure receptor.
Yeah.
Well, when you got Tourette's, you make too much dopamine. Okay, and it just builds up and builds up, and like a pressure release, like a pressure release valve. When there's too much in there, it lets it go. Boom. And dopamine is also a neuroreceptor. When you tell your hand move, the signal goes through the dopamine. Okay. So once it builds up, it has no address. So it just boom, and it goes wherever.
Gotcha.
It can go like this.
It
can.
I remember there was a kid in school when I was young that he had it, and I didn't understand it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
but you gotta understand, I had it in the 60s and 70s.
Oh, so that
was
really
unheard of.
Yeah. What is it? What does it come from though?
They don't know. They don't know where it comes from. There's no cure.
It just happens.
Yeah. Okay. You could even be born with it, or it just can develop.
Got you.
And my mom was the best. She makes me cry. Being the beautiful mother that she was, and saw how much I was suffering, she sat me down one day and she says, "Papito, let me tell you something. God loved you so much that he gave you one of the rarest diseases in the world. And not only did he give you the rarest diseases in the world, he gave you every symptom of it." I said, you should thank God that he cares so much about you to give you the whole disease.
That's a dope way to think about it too.
Yeah, that's only your mother would think about something like that.
To try to ease her son.
Right.
Because listen, I say that all the time. We're all different. We're all different. We all have fucking, everybody might not be addicted to drugs, but everybody has their own little fucking quirks and shit that they do. I'm hard to get along with. Sometimes I don't want to talk to people, all that type of shit. Everybody has their differences, and what makes them unique and special.
I learned at an early age, right, that everybody used to make fun of me. So I didn't like to fight every day. It was just, it was tiring. It would drain me. I had to be hyper vigilant at all times, So I learned that I can't get mad at every single fucking person that's gonna make fun of me or abuse me, because I'm gonna have the most miserable life ever. So what I've been doing for a long time, instead of getting mad at somebody, I say, my man, listen, right? I have Tourette syndrome. It's a disease that I can't help. I'm not cursing at you. I'm just cursing through, throwing it in the air. And I educate them. And you'd be surprised, like, what a difference that makes. And it's hardly ever kids that make fun of you. It's the adults. Or they'll be sitting next to you and then they'll get up and roll like you fucking
like you just caught on fire.
And it's a sad thing, And I don't like fucking bullies. I love my people are the ones that struggle. I like the disability. I like the dudes in the wheelchair. I like the kids that got Down syndrome. I connect with all those kids, man.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very emphatic. I have a lot of empathy. I understand your pain. You know what I mean?
That's the same way I am. I'm an empath.
And they come to me. Without me even trying. I'll be on the train sometimes, and 6 or 7 people just come up to me and start telling me their stuff. And I never walk away. I listen as best as I can to my stop. I'm sad. The other day I was up here at McPherson Square at the top, though, right? And I'm just walking through, getting ready to do my thing, and there's this young boy sitting, crying, and he said, "Oh, hey, come here, man." He said, "Listen, I need somebody to talk to, man." I said, "Yeah, man, what's up? Come on, talk to me, baby." He said, "Can you sit down? I'm gonna be a man." I'm like, "Absolutely." I sat down, and he told me a story about how he came home after doing some time, and his mother thought that his girlfriend had put him in there, and it was just a little crazy story. She said, and I came home, and she didn't want me to be with her. She threw me out, And
how old was he?
16 years old.
Oh, he's a baby.
Yeah, exactly. So, and the first thing I said to him was like, "Brother, let me tell you something. Where you're at, I've been there 1,000 times, okay? And also, I'm gonna tell you that I love you and I care about you. I understand you. You dig what I'm saying? But don't you gotta understand your mother's position also. Don't just think about that she hates your girlfriend. Think about that you're her only baby. You got any brothers? You got any brothers or sisters? I told him. He said, yeah, but they're dead. They got killed or whatever. I said, that's why she's overprotective of you. Yep. You know what I mean?
And that's something only a parent understands.
Exactly, exactly. So after I sat there for like an hour, almost an hour and a half, just busting it up with him. You know what I mean? And after he got done talking, man, he got up, gave me a freaking hug. He said, you cool? You need anything? He said, listen, the house is right here on E and, you know, whatever. Yeah. And if you ever need anything, man, you come on my block and I got you. You'll never have to pay for nothing. You know what I mean? And it was a great feeling. And I didn't do it for that purpose. And I still haven't even gone back up there to grab anything. That's not what I do. Yeah. But it was, I could tell that I touched him and I was able to help him. That makes you feel good.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You have a favorite childhood memory?
Favorite childhood memory? I got a bunch of them. But if I got to pick my favorite childhood memory was my 9th birthday. I think it was 9th or 10th birthday. And I wanted something. I forget the toy of that year or something. I forget exactly what it was. And my mom didn't have no money to get it for me. She felt so bad. And she wrote me this letter. And the letter said, I don't have anything to give you right now, but for now I give you all my love. You know, and that was the best present I ever got in my life, you know? That shit touched me to my heart.
Yeah, I can see.
Like she felt so bad that she thought that I wanted that thing so bad. But it was I felt more love and more better because she was able to.
That letter.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm a fucking crybaby. Every time I tell stories, I fucking cry like a bitch.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not afraid of emotions. Yeah, you know, a lot of people are. They try to be all manly and shit like that. I'm not.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I always, I'll check there, I come down here, I don't get a lot of money. I pay my rent. And I find whoever I feel like picking that day, I say, come on. I'll take them to get something to eat. You know what I mean? If they got some shoes or they ain't got none, I'll try to give them a little bit what I can. If they're sick, I help them. And I never leave them know that I'm sick. I just can't do it because I know how hard it is for an addict to get $1. A quarter.
Yeah. How do you support your habit?
I do a lot of different things. I buy a lot of when I love dressing high end shit. You know what I mean? And I buy a lot of high end shit. And it's an addict mentality because it's almost like putting money in the bank, like setting yourself up for relapse. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if I ever have to relapse. I got this kind of shit. Yeah. And this will get me through for a while. Yeah. And I boost. I'm a professional, the best of the best, you know? So, you know. But lately I've stopped all that shit because I don't want to catch no cases. Yeah. Right now my situation is I've been trying to get off of this fucking fentanyl. I'm talking about for 6 months, dude. And the devil doesn't want me to let me go, man. He does not want to let me go. Last week, from Monday all the way to yesterday, I went to Parkside every fucking day trying to get in that program. What happened was, my old doctor that I was with for 30 years, he sold the practice, okay? And the practice is now with some big company, Excel or whatever. Yeah. And the situation is that they've never met me, they never wrote me a script or anything. So they will not write a letter saying that I'm not going to give him Klonopin anymore because I don't know who he is. I've never given him a letter. I've never wrote him a script. Okay. So therefore, I'm under no obligation to give him shit. Yeah. And I'm fighting this battle, and it almost makes me feel like I'm fucking worthless. Like I'm not worthy to help.
Yeah, to get right.
And it devastates me. You know what I mean? I want the fucking help. I want to get sober. And for me, because I do so much fentanyl out here, I gotta get detox. I need the methadone to take a detox. The Suboxone doesn't work for me. The Subutex doesn't work. None of that shit works for me. It just doesn't. I don't know why. Yeah. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, it just
you know
doesn't.
what I mean? It doesn't do it. It gives me high anxiety. It puts me into precipitated withdrawal, and I've waited 24 hours sometimes
before taking it.
So I know what I'm doing as far as trying to,
Yeah.
So right now I'm in like this horrible catch-22 that this fucking doctor's not going to give me a letter stating that she's not going to give me the Clonopins anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, I begged her for it. No, I'm not giving you nothing.
Wow.
So now what I got to do is I got to wait 2-3 months so that they see that I don't have them, I'm not getting them. You feel me? And maybe I'll get a break that way.
Yeah.
And I've had people in high level, like in Parkside.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Malloy, he runs that whole joint in there. He Ubered me every day out of his own pocket to bring me up there and bring me home every day, trying to get me help.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the obstacle that I'm facing right now. That letter. And if I can't get that letter, I'm not gonna get help at Parkside. I'm not gonna get help in any clinic because they all want the same letter.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? And I'm not getting the Tourette's for a bullshit anxiety, and I get it for Tourette's.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's a legitimate prescription that I've always had.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm broken right now. My soul is broken. I don't see no light at the end right now, and I'm struggling. I'm struggling bad. I want to be sober. I really want to be sober, and I've been cold turkeying it. Like that shit cuts down to the bone marrow. I remember when it was heroin,
Mm-hmm.
you could wrap a thing around my neck and hang me, and I would do the withdrawal like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
This fentanyl thing,
It's a whole different.
It's a whole different monster, man. It is. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So,
Brother, I will definitely keep you in prayer.
Please,
And,
please.
Hopefully things work out, because I know what it feels like, man, to
Man.
want to get clean so bad, but you just can't do it. That shit is
not only
the
that,
worst
right?
thing in the world. That shit has you thinking suicidal, everything.
Listen, you should see these things that like I'm gonna kill myself on Friday, and I really have the mindset that that's what I'm gonna do, because I feel hopeless.
Yeah.
I feel like my life is not worth fucking saving.
Yep.
And it's a shitty fucking feeling, man, when you feel that nobody wants to help you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It crushes me.
Yeah. Believe me, brother, I've been there. I know exactly what you mean.
And then when I'm sober, I dedicate my life to helping people.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I love helping. I love being out here and giving these stinky motherfuckers hugs and buying them stuff to eat. You know what I mean? I don't care.
I know exactly what I'm the same way.
And that keeps me sober. So when I see you doing this shit all the time, I said, damn, that's my twin brother, different mother right there, man. You know?
Yeah, thank you, brother.
What you do is an amazing thing, but you gotta remember, man, make time for yourself.
Yeah, I will.
Make 2 days out of the week. Don't split them up.
Yeah.
2 full days that you can spend with your family, that you can spend doing you. That is, I can't stress enough how critical that is, man. Because it might not get you now.
Yeah, but it will.
But it will. Even though you're doing all this good, that little bit of thing is gonna build resentments. Maybe not with you, but with your family.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Kids,
yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean, brother.
So it's important that you do that, man. It really, really is. Yeah, man.
Brother, I thank you for your time.
Not a
like
problem,
I said,
man.
I'll keep you in prayer.
And if you ever need anything from me, man, I got a lot of connections. I used to speak at Kirkbride, at Presbyterian, at Mercy, at Kensington Detox. Like, I know all the big people, all the little people. I got connections for a lot of different things, man. And I want to get involved. I'm not talking about just get sober and keep it moving. I want to be here in the trenches with you guys and helping and doing what I can, because I know all these people. Yeah. I know I've been around here for over 30-something years, man. Yeah. I know every corner. If you see me out here, you're gonna see that. Oh, Sheikh, what's up, Sheikh? How you doing, Sheikh? That's my man, Sheikh. Oh, Sheikh, good dude, you know. So, you know.
Dope, brother.
Yeah,
man. Thank you.
thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story, man. I've been dying to do this for you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate you.